The president has commended Nigerian soldiers for their gallantry in the fight against terrorism in the northeast. President Goodluck Jonathan, who was speaking in the presidential villa while flagging off the emblem launch of the Armed Forces Remembrance Day 2015, said that those who fought to stabilize the country should be appreciated at all times. He pledged the commitment of his administration to the welfare of the veterans while calling on Nigerians and corporate bodies to do the same. Our State House correspondent Chukwuma Onepuse reports.
It was a dance drama that ushered in the 2015 emblem launch for the Armed Forces Remembrance Day, an annual event organized to honor those soldiers who fought in various wars in and outside the country. Many of them referred to as heroes died living in impoverished families, while others are alive but need support. And that's what has brought the president and other Nigerian statesmen to this occasion, just to show appreciation to the war veterans for the good work they have done to safeguard the country and humanity.
We salute and appreciate the courage and sacrifices of men and women of our armed forces in grappling with the wave of terrorism in some parts of our dear country. They have displayed unalloyed loyalty and commitment to Nigeria. And they are demanding task to keep Nigeria one and united. Some of our gallant officers and men have lost their lives. To these officers and men, we pay tribute and pray fervently for the repose of their souls.
Chairman of the Nigerian Legion called on all Nigerians to donate generously, not just for the families of the dead, but those alive, some of them incapacitated. He also berates more losses this time in the hands of the Boko Haram.
Ladies and gentlemen, we lost over 100 members to the foreign insurgency in the northeast, and the affected families are in their need of help. We intend to organize a special empowerment program for the victims in the northeast zone, and the Ministry of Defense will be duly briefed about this proposal in due course.
The Minister of Defense, Amir Guzel Mohammed, said it is an enduring tradition, trying to express appreciation to the armed forces for the sacrifice made in the service of their fatherland in line with the theme for the year 2015.
It is a reminder that our country can always overcome the odds when we mobilize the inherent strength of our people and the institutions.
The president leads by example as he allowed the chairman of the Nigerian Legion to get his own emblem pinned up. You have between now and January 15 to buy this emblem and wear it. You will be saving a life by that singular action. Chukwuma Onepuse, Channels Television News.
Next. The Nigerian Air Force has ordered the release to the French government of an Antonov aircraft which was intercepted at the Malam Aminu Kano International Airport on Saturday. The Chief of Air Staff, Air Marshal Olushola Amosu, who authorized the release, explained that although the French government had a block clearance for the year, it did not have the clearance to operate that category of flight in the country. He said that after thorough investigation, the aircraft, which was reported to have military hardware on board, was not found wanting in any way.
We have no records of clearance to operate into Kano. Although with the French government, we do have a block clearance that we give to cover most flights throughout the year. This is what the French government had, but the block clearance that we do have some exceptions. We have on the tabulated on the document that we used to give for block clearances. We have about 7 elements that ought to be avoided if you are going to operate using the block clearance. We have not seen any controversial item, particularly ammunition, And again, we have to respect that if a nation like France, if they are coming out boldly to say we take responsibility, these are flights, we know what to apply.
The former head of state and All Progressive Congress presidential aspirant, General Muhammadu Buhari, has denied being a religious bigot or fundamentalist. The general, who was a guest on our program Politics Today, said that those who have promoted this perception over the years have done tremendous damage to his public image. He then explains his position on the Muslim presidential ticket and goes on to fault the approach of the federal government in the war against terror.
Firstly, as early as the Boko Haram started dealing with, I was expecting the leadership of this country should get together with the leaders of the neighboring countries, Cameroon, Chad and Niger, and get into a serious agreement about the mobility, cross-border mobility of insurgents and arms and training facilities. That is the first step I think that should happen. And we know how capable Nigeria is. But it would appear until recently, not up to 2 months ago, anyway, according to what I see in the press, that the Nigerian leadership get together with this neighboring president and discuss with them.
If you win the 2015 election, what are the first things that you would do as a president?
I think the first thing is to get credible intelligence. Why did our military fail to perform? Was the Nigerian military, out of tradition, we are speaking to foreign media houses, telling them that they were being pushed to the front without weapons. That was what agitated the National Assembly to attempt to conduct hearing.
So the problem is not about the capacity of the military.
It's not.
What exactly is the problem?
The problem, as the soldiers said it from the front, was that they were not given enough weapons to fight. They were not given. You can't fight more than even guerrilla warfare with your fists. You have to have appropriate weapons to do it.
So you mean that the Boko Haram insurgents are more equipped than our own army?
This is what the soldiers were saying.
And what implication does that hold for us?
That was what the National Assembly tried to get at the bottom of, and they were not allowed to continue to do it.
Do you see any kind of sabotage in this issue, in this situation?
The sabotage is corruption.
General Buhari, why is it that some people see you as a religious bigot?
I suppose it's a matter of opinion. I go by the Nigerian Constitution because I have no option. I'm a Nigerian citizen, I'm living here. And the Nigerian Constitution said that Nigerians should belong to any religion or refuse even to any religion. So if I decide to be a practicing Muslim, I respect the opinion of other Nigerians, whichever faith they decide to accept. So to be labeled as bigot or fundamentalist, it becomes a matter of opinion by individuals.
So you're not concerned if you're seen as a religious fundamentalist?
I am concerned because an injustice done against me.
Is injustice?
It's an injustice. Yes. Let people prove what are the reasons or facts that make them believe that I'm a fundamentalist, whatever the definition of fundamentalism is.
So you are accommodative religious-wise. You accommodate.
I have to try and follow my career. I rose from a second lieutenant to a general in the Nigerian military. And the Nigerian military up to today, at least 80% of it is Christian. If I will be able to live and go through the hierarchy, both staff and command, to become a general, a fundamentalist cannot survive that long and cannot reach that high.
What do you think of a Muslim ticket?
It is up to Nigerians to accept it or to reject it if it has to happen.
Do you believe it's good concerning the Nigerian situation?
Nigerian situation now.
Now.
My party will decide.
But what is your own personal belief about? Because if you get the party's ticket, you have a lot of decision to make as to who will run the race with you. I mean, what is your belief about a Muslim ticket? Do you think it's something you can run with?
It is possible, but my party has to agree to it. If my party doesn't agree with a Muslim ticket, then I cannot have a Muslim as my running mate. If the party feels that it is feasible and it's possible and it's secure, then so be it.
Former head of state there and All Progressive Congress presidential aspirant, General Muhammadu Buhari. When the news at 10 returns, the Naira weakens against the dollar by 2.2%. That will be on Business News. Do join us again.